Hi, Widanage from Beyond. Here we discuss the impact of the second house of your birth chart for Gemini people for their wealth and savings. We have our earlier video on the importance of the second house in a birth chart for a person's wealth and savings. The link is below. Better to watch that video. Okay, the second house of your birth chart resembles your wealth and savings, especially the cash and the saving, the wealth with high liquidity that you can use or spend it instantly. Also, what you have gathered means savings. Remember, this does not resemble your long-term fixed assets like properties, lands, houses, or vehicles, buildings, etc. With less liquidity. That is belong to your fourth house. Even the income belongs to your 11th house. What we are discussing here about the uh, wealth and savings with high liquidity like cash. As you are a Gemini person, your second house is associated with Cancer sign. So it is better to have moon in your second house in your birth chart to give you optimum benefits in wealth and savings as the Cancer is moon's own house, means your second house. Also, it is the exalted sign for Jupiter, an ideal place for Jupiter to give you optimum outcome on wealth and savings when the Jupiter is placed in your second house in your birth chart. Also, the Jupiter is the natural representative of wealth in astrology, so that also a plus point. But the Mercury and the Venus does not exert its optimum benefits as they attain enemy state in your second house that associates with Cancer sign. But they still give some good influences on wealth and savings as they belong to those naturally auspicious planets or good guys that includes Jupiter, Moon, Venus, and Mercury. Because the Jupiter, Moon, Mercury, and Venus are considered as the naturally auspicious planets among all the planets or the good guys. So when they are placed in the second house of your birth chart, that is considered as a good sign for your wealth and savings. But that might but slight differences might be there uh, due to their state, whether it's exalted or friendly or debilitated or enemy state. But Mercury and Venus in your second house exerts more reduced benefits than the Jupiter and Moon for Taurus natives, because even though the Venus and Mercury are auspicious planets, their state in the second house of the Taurus house ascendants are not that good. That means they are in enemy state there. So they will give somewhat reduced uh, benefit, but still they give some benefits in your wealth and savings. The other planets are generally known as tough guys. Then what happens if the Mars is located in the second house of Gemini natives? Then it is difficult for them to uh, gather or gather wealth or save wealth as it becomes debilitated or weak in your second house for Gemini ascendants. That's negative. You will have to spend a lot that makes it difficult for you to save. If there are other good aspects with other planets, then there would be some relief for you to gain wealth and save. If the sun or south node in your second house, as they attain friendly state there, and then they exert positive impact on wealth and savings, but not as those naturally good planets mentioned above. Naturally good planets, you remember the Jupiter, Moon, Venus, and Mercury. Instead, Sun and South Node exert some good results under difficult situations or difficult conditions or in hard way. But be careful, as the Sun also makes you spend or distribute your money. Saturn and North Node becomes enemy. They are in the second house of the Gemini ascendants, and they don't give positive results for your wealth and savings when they are in your second house. So, what are the remedies for those planets that are placed in such weak state in your second house? No remedy is required for Moon and Jupiter in your second house as they are already strong in your second house. But for the Venus, then wear silver with or without white diamond or white gem as men's or women's jewelry. If it is Mercury, you can wear copper with or without green emerald or natural green tourmaline. If it is Mars, then wear copper with or without red coral. Gold or brass for the Sun, with or without crimson red ruby or purpuraceous sapphire. Purpuraceous sapphire are pinkish orange in color. For the South Node, then the iron with or without cat's eye gem. Now another thing is there. The ruling planet or the lord of your second sign is Moon. What happens if Moon is not located in your second house and located in another place in your birth chart? Because the state of ruling planet of the second house is very important. Then also check the state of the Moon, whether it is exalted, debilitated, or enemy in enemy state, or something else. If the Moon is located in your first, or second, or third, or fourth, or 12th house in your birth chart, then uh, that will exert positive results. No need for any remedies for Moon. Otherwise, do the remedies. What are the remedies for the Moon? Then you can wear the silver or copper metal with or without natural white pearl. But please make sure to consult an astrologer before the remedies mentioned above. Because an astrologer will check your birth chart by considering overall facts and impact and recommend the most suitable remedies for you. Or you can message us below or our WhatsApp number, which is mentioned here, with your date of birth, place of birth, and the time of birth together with your name and contact details for a free of charge consultation on that. So, the best of luck for you.